Hello, good morning, and welcome to Yoga with Maria. I hope you're all well. Just make sure you've got a nice clear space to work in this morning, as clear a space as you can gather, depending on wherever you're working. And if you've got any injuries, be really mindful of your injuries. Don't push yourself beyond your limits. Just listen to your body. You can always come and sit back down, rest in mountain pose, or rest in child's pose, which I'll introduce to you later. So welcome to anybody that's new to joining us, and as always, lovely to see everyone's beautiful faces that have been joining us over the last few months during our lockdown yoga sessions. It's great that you're still continuing to practice, so thank you so much. Let's start by bringing ourselves into a nice comfortable seated position. You don't have to have your legs crossed, you can have them out in front of you, and close your eyes. And we'll just spend a few moments tapping into ourselves, focusing inwards. So just allow the spine to lengthen, the neck to lengthen, shoulders to drop. And bring your focus onto your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Just being mindful if you're breathing through your mouth. Just see if you can close your mouth and focus on that nasal breathing. In through the nose and out through the nose. And we'll just do a little body scan this morning just to check in. So just as we're going through, just notice if anything is particularly achy or stiff this morning, and give it an extra bit of attention as we go through. And just take that breath and awareness down into the tips of our toes, soles of our feet, heels, to your ankles, legs, your knees, and take that breath and awareness into the tops of your legs, into your glutes, your bum muscles, your hips, and your lower belly. Round into the bottom of your back. Up into the middle of your back. To the center of your belly. Up into your chest. Round into the top of your back. Shoulders, your arms, elbows, forearms, your wrists, hands, fingers, thumbs, back of your arms, into your throat, round into your neck, and the back of your head, your forehead, eyes, nose, mouth, your lips, ears, tongue, jaw. And take that breath and awareness run into the side of your temples, into the top of your head and out. Just keeping your eyes closed. Nice gentle breath. Let's inhale, take our arms up towards the ceiling. Bring the palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And again, inhaling through the nose, bringing the palms up and let them come down towards your heart center. And one more time, inhaling through the nose, taking the arms up, bringing the palms together. Exhale, let them rest for a moment at your heart center. And we'll begin our class on an Om. You can join in or just listen to the mantra. Inhaling through the nose. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Enjoy your practice this morning. Take it easy, especially if you're feeling the heat. Today, we'll do kind of a little bit more gentle stuff towards the end of the session. Obviously, we'll warm up our bodies. If you're feeling super hot at any point, just take a moment, take a breath, sit down, and then join in when you're ready. Let's just bring ourselves... we'll just concentrate a little bit more on our breathing. So let's just take one hand on the chest and one hand on the lower belly. And if you want to close your eyes again, just while we focus in on this breath, you can. Otherwise, you can just keep them open. And just as you're breathing in and out through your nose, I want you to just to see if you can allow the breath to go past the chest and down into that lower belly. You can feel that hand rising on the in-breath and then just going in on the out-breath. The movement doesn't have to feel big. It's just noticing that that belly is moving with the breath. That you're directing that breath down into that powerful diaphragm and down into the lower muscles. Although the breath doesn't necessarily go there, it's just utilizing those muscles, keeping them active. Helping stabilize and support that breath. If you want to just apply a little bit of pressure on your belly and on your chest, and just see if you can make the breath even lighter, quieter. And just know that at any point you can always come back to your breath if you find your mind wandering. Just bring that attention and focus inwards, focusing on the breath. As you inhale through the nose and out through the nose. And you can release the hands and open your eyes if you had them closed. And let's just start to bring a little bit of movement into the body. So let's just take the shoulders up and round. So nice and gentle, nice and slow. Really feeling each little bit of that potentially creaky shoulders. And just bringing that into the chest, inhaling, taking the chest forward, and then exhale, taking the chin towards the chest. And then just bringing that movement to a stillness. Let's just take the arms out and rotate the wrists. Doesn't matter in which direction, just take them in one direction and then just take them in the opposite direction. Really involve the fingers as well. I know we spend quite a lot of time kind of, at computers and typing, or perhaps doing quite a lot of work, maybe in your garden. Fingers take quite a workout during the day. So it's important to give them a little stretch out. So just opening and closing the fists. And let's just take one hand out, palm towards the ceiling, and then just gently pull back the fingertips just to stretch out the top of the wrist and the hand. Allowing the shoulders to drop so you're not scrunching that shoulder up towards the ear. Nice, just giving that one a little twist, opposite side, palm towards the ceiling, and then just stretch those fingertips back. Allow that shoulder to drop. Nice. Let's do a little twist. Let's just take one arm behind the head and just give it a little stretch down the back, pressing the elbow. If you want to increase the stretch or just it could feel slightly different, just taking your hand behind you, the other hand, see if you can clasp the fingers. And continue to breathe in and out through the nose. Release that, and let's take it on the other side. So let's first just press the elbow back, stretch out that arm. If you want to take the other hand behind, clasp the fingertips. And then just releasing that. And again, you take the hands, just if you want to sit forward a little bit, you can. So you can give yourself a bit of weight. And you're just kind of going to work the hands a little bit and the wrists. So kind of just stretching them out in whatever way you like. So perhaps putting the backs of the hands on the floor and stretching at the top of the wrists there, or bringing the fingertips towards your legs. You just get that extra bit of stretch. Bring the fingertips to face each other. Take them in the opposite way. Just kind of exploring where you can twist your hands on the floor. How far around can you twist your hands without, of course, causing yourself any strain? Right, and if you want to just give them a little rotation. Let's bring ourselves into a nice squat position. So ideally you're trying to have your heels on the floor. If your heels don't reach the floor, don't worry. You can roll up the side of your mat, or you can put a towel underneath the heels. Just give yourself some support. Pressing the elbows, pushing those legs outwards. You're going to try and lengthen the spine, lengthen that neck. Bringing the palms together in towards the heart center. Then you can have a little play around if you want to engage those internal muscles, so squeezing your pelvic floor, your belly muscles, squeezing the glutes, and continuing to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And then from here, we're just going to stretch out the legs a little bit. So you can take it nice and gentle to start with. So just taking one leg out, and you can sit back into that. So you sit on the heel. You can keep on the balls of your feet if that works better. And just take yourself over from one side to the other. And you can spend as much or as little time on each side as you want. You can start to build up a little bit of a rhythm. And as I say, just be gentle with your body. If you're not quite warm enough, keep your hands on the floor, use them as support. Or if you want to just do a couple without the hands, you can. But again, only do that if you feel that you're warm enough in those legs. Just exploring that movement. And then just slowly make your way into a tabletop position. So just bringing the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. Spreading the fingers and pressing the backs of the tops of the feet into the floor, into the mat. Just going to inhale, take your gaze towards the ceiling slightly, and then exhale, tucking the chin in towards the chest, curving the spine. Some little cat-cows. Just seeing if you can keep that breath nice and gentle, nice and subtle. In through the nose and out through the nose. And then if you want to free that movement up, take it into a little Friday morning crazy cat. You can. So just taking your weight over the wrists, sitting back on your heels, swimming through the elbows. Just kind of whatever you want, really. And then bringing that to a stillness. And we're just going to do a little crunch with the hands and the leg. So just taking the right arm up and the left arm, you're going to kind of scoop as if you're going to try and catch your toe. And then you're going to squeeze the elbow, the chin and the knee into the center of the body. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then again, lengthen. Really stretch out, reach round. And again, scrunching it all towards the center. And then release. And then exploring the leg. Lengthening the left arm, right leg. Scooping around as if trying to catch. And then bringing the elbow, the chin and the knee in towards the center. Scrunch it. And then extend again. Lengthening, scooping round. And then bringing it back into the center. And release. And let's just tuck the toes. That's going to hang nice and heavy, nice and gentle in your ragdoll. So just making sure your feet are hip width distance apart. Nice deep bend in the knees if you need. Just give that head a nice little nod, a little shake, just to make sure you're not holding any tension. If you want to do some twists, you can, or give yourself a little hug. And then releasing the arms if you're hugging yourself. And just going to build ourselves up slowly up through the spine to standing, but allowing your head to be the last thing. So imagine that your vertebrae are stacking one on top of the other. And your head's the last thing. Great. And just have a little paddle through the feet, pressing the tops of the toes into the floor. Make your way to the front of your mat for a sun salutation, and we'll keep them nice and gentle this morning. And just make your way to the front, make sure you've got enough space behind you. Your mountain pose, your toes touching, your heels slightly apart. And just work your way, clock your way up through your body, spreading the toes, little micro bend in the knees if you need. Squeezing these glutes, pressing the belly in towards the spine. Chest nice and open, shoulders back and relaxed, neck nice and long. And you can have a little smile. Nice and strong, nice and grounded in your mountain pose. And this is a position you can always come back to if you need to take a moment. Let's inhale gently through the nose. Take the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive, nose towards the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into your plank. Bring that weight forward over the wrists and pull the belly in towards the spine. Squeeze the glutes. If you need to take these knees down, you can, for some support. Keep the elbows tucked in, chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Having a little walk with the feet. If you want, finding your downward dog position. Ideally, you're looking for your feet to be hip width distance. And ideally, you're looking to have your hands shoulder width apart, spreading the fingers, pulling that belly in towards the spine. Your chin tucking in towards your chest, and breathing in and out through the nose. Inhaling, taking your gaze towards your hands. Step your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, bringing the hands all the way up. And then exhale, release. Let's take a moment. Re-establish your mountain pose. Grounded, toes touching, heels slightly apart. Shoulders down. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. You can step or jump back into your plank, chaturanga, and weight slightly forward. And then taking the knees down if you need, chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Tucking the toes, exhale, downward dog. Again, moving the feet into the position that feels good for you. Ideally, hip width distance. Take a look at the fingers, just make sure those knuckles are spreading, pressing towards the floor. Keeping that breath nice and light, nice and quiet. Really nice. Well done. Let's inhale, take the gaze towards the hands. Step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Toes touching, heels slightly apart. Again, let's take another nice, gentle sun salutation. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, planting the hands, stepping or jumping back. Really taking that time to find each position. Chaturanga, plank. Knees down if you need. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, pressing the heels towards the floor. Inhaling, taking your gaze towards your hands. Step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway left. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, release. Again, just take a moment. Mountain pose. Allow the shoulders to drop. Keep the belly engaged. We're going to do sun salutation B, so including some warrior poses. Let's inhale. Exhale, bend. Keep those knees together. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale, extend the arms, drop the shoulders. Let's bring the palms of the hands together. We'll do a twisted chair. Taking the left arm, elbow over to the right leg. Arms together. Bring those knees back in line with each other. The left one had this tendency to pop forward. and gaze towards the ceiling. Taking the hands down towards the mat, stepping or jumping back into your plank. Weight slightly forward, again engage those glutes. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor, inhale, up dog. Tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. Let's step through with the right foot for warrior one. Nice 90-degree bend in that knee. Checking that the left foot is pressing back towards the floor. Hips round towards that bent leg. Arms nice and long, beautiful. Well done, guys. And keeping the shoulders down. Opening into your warrior two. Bringing the hips lengthways to the mat. Again, allow the shoulders to drop, but the arms are engaged nice and long. Gaze towards the right fingertips. And then let's reverse the warrior. So just flipping the arm back, taking the gaze towards the right forearm, keeping the arm curved or lengthened. If you want to take a bind with that left hand around the side of your body, you can. And then cartwheeling the arms round back to the floor. Step back into your plank. Knees down if you need. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck in the toes. Exhale, down dog. Let's step through with that left foot. Warrior one. Again, nice 90-degree bend in that left leg. Stretching back that right leg. Pressing that feet into the floor. Foot rather. Great, nice corrections, really good. Bringing those hips round, lengthening the arms, really finding your posture. Squeeze those glutes, draw that belly in towards the spine, and then open into your warrior two. Reposition your feet if you need to, if it doesn't feel right. Hips lengthways to the mat. Keep that knee nice 90-degree bend. Arms long. Gaze towards the left fingertips. Again, draw that belly in towards the spine. Shoulders down. And then reverse your warrior. And leaning back, taking the gaze towards the left forearm. Bringing that hand round for a little bind if you want. And then cartwheeling those arms round and down into your plank. Weight slightly forward, engage those glutes. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor, inhale, up dog. Tuck in the toes, exhale, down dog. Again, just see if you can recompose that breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. See if you can make it lighter just for a moment. Inhaling, taking your gaze towards your hands, step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale for the chair pose. And keep breathing. Put the palms together. Let's take twisted chair to the left side, right elbow over to the left leg, palms together in towards the chest, gaze towards the ceiling, and keep that knee tucked in line, the right one. Extending the arms back out for your chair pose. Drop the shoulders, squeeze the glutes, coming all the way up, and release. Nice, well done. Just bring yourself into your mountain pose for a moment, and again, just allow that breath to settle. Toes touching, heels slightly apart. It's always good just to sometimes just take a bit more time in between things. And we're going to do dancer pose, so creating that balance. But let's bring I'll mirror you, let's bring that right foot into our palm, and you're going to clasp it from the inside. That's the inside, not the outside. You're going to bring the knees together so they're in line with one another. This is already quite a good balance to practice. So if you want to stay here, you can, and enjoy that balance. If you want to extend and try the next part of it, bring the left arm up, and then extend that right leg behind you. You're pressing the top of your foot into your hand. And as you're raising that leg behind you, your body will want to tilt forward. And the arm extended. Keep breathing. And then release. And let's try it on the other side. So bringing the left foot into the right hand. Left foot in the left hand, rather. Again, keeping those knees together. And you can stay here in this pose. Say it's already quite a good balance. You want to bring that right arm up and extend the left leg behind you, pressing into that foot, and allow that tilt to happen naturally. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, extending that arm, pressing that foot into your hand. And then releasing. Nice. Let's just do an extended side angle. So let's bring ourselves into a warrior 2 pose. So the right toes pointing at 12. I'll mirror you again. Bringing the left ones pigeoning in. Let's just tuck the bum underneath that torso. Lengthen the arms. And then lean towards that right side. Reach towards the right side. Reach, reach, reach. And then extend over. You can keep your forearm on your leg. You can take it along the side. Or if you want to try a bind, you just bring in that right arm under, left arm over. Gaze towards the ceiling. If you want to lengthen and straighten up that right leg, you can. Just makes the stretch a little bit different. If you are in that bind, just releasing that and doing the extension back out to the side angle. And then it's all together. Just cartwheel those arms around. And let's try on the other side. So find your warrior 2 pose with those legs. 90-degree bend in the left leg. Pressing the right feet back into the mat. Tucking that bum underneath the torso, arms long. Gaze towards the left side. And then reach, reach, reach. As far as you can. And then extend over. Keeping the forearm on the legs. Or taking it down the side of the leg. Or if you want to take the bind, bringing that left arm under, right arm over. Lengthening, stretching out that leg if that feels nice. In whichever position you're in, just make sure you're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. If you're in a bind, just releasing that bind and again coming into that side angle. And then cartwheeling the arms over and around. We're going to come into a twist. I'll do it with you. So bringing the right leg up. Left leg going behind you. If you want to put a cushion under that left knee, you can. Just make sure that your left ankle isn't twisted, but it's a nice straight line. It will always have a tendency to want to kind of skew in a different direction. So just make sure the top of the foot is nice and flat. Bringing the left arm up and over that right leg. It's a bit like a twisted chair. Bringing the palms together towards the heart center and then the gaze towards the ceiling. You can stay here or you can lengthen out into a low lunge by extending that left leg. Whichever position you're in, let's fire up in that right leg. Cartwheel the arms over and bring yourself around to the other side. Again, set yourself up, put your cushion under your right knee if you need to. Making sure again that the right foot is pressing into the mat. Nice lengthening in the ankle, it's not going skew-whiffy. Let's bring the right arm up and over that left leg. Arms together, gaze towards the ceiling, enjoying that twist. If you want to extend that left leg, you can. Right leg rather. Lengthening to a low lunge. And again, whichever position you're in, let's fire up through the left leg and cartwheel the arms around. Let's take a nice forward fold. So nice wide stance and bringing the toes in slightly towards each other. Again, hips underneath, arms nice and long, and then reaching and lengthening forward. Really squeeze the glutes. You really take the pressure off the back of the legs. Lengthen the neck. And then allow the hands to come down, the head to drop, and the knees to bend, if they're not already. Give the head a little nod, just make sure you're not holding any tension there. You take the hands around the back of the ankles. Just with each out breath, just going to see if you can extend the legs a little bit. And reaching towards that gap in between your legs. Again, try not to bounce or pull too much. You're just allowing gravity to do the work, really. Squeezing those glutes. And breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Let's take the left hand to the right foot. We're going to do a little twist. And then extend the right arm up towards the ceiling. Take the gaze towards that right hand. You want to try and bring your head and your body closer to that right leg. And let's change it to the side. Right hand to the left foot. And again, extending that left arm up. And trying to keep your body and your head as close to that left leg as you can. And releasing that. And then just taking the arms behind you, interlacing the fingers. And if you can, try to bring the palms together. And you're just allowing the arms to drop. You're lengthening those arms if you can. If that feels like it's too much, maybe just try and clasp the elbows. And releasing the hands. And then just rolling up the spine, keeping the legs bent if you need. And just allowing that head to be the last thing that comes on top. Really nice. Just give yourself a moment. You might feel a little bit lightheaded. Allow the shoulders to drop. Nice. I'm going to do a nice little low lunge. So I'll do it with you on the same side. So again, we're going to bring the right leg up. And then we're going to bring both hands on the inside of that right foot. And then you're going to extend that left leg behind you. Keeping the left hand on the floor, You're then just going to reach the right hand up and take the gaze towards the ceiling. So you should kind of feel an extra stretch in that left hip. Bringing that hand back down. And from here, we're just going to sit back on that. So you've got some choices. You can stay up on the leg, or if you want to sit back onto the heel, you can. And it's just about stretching out and lengthening this right leg. Goes towards the ceiling if you want. So again, you can either be up, kind of whichever works best for you. I find it a little bit uncomfortable sometimes on the left knee, so I like to sit back into it. And then from here, you're going to bring yourself forward. We're going to sit into like a pigeon pose. So you're just going to bring that, bend that right leg, and you're going to sit down into it. So the left leg's extended behind you, and this right leg's folded over. So from here, we're just going to sort of relax over into that posture. If this feels like, oh God, so uncomfortable, just use these hands, as a support. Just kind of find what works for you in this stretch. Ideally, we're trying to get both those kind of hips nice and square, but you might find that you're really leaning over to that right side, and that's totally fine. But the idea is we're just going to try and relax over into this pigeon posture. If you want to take your hands towards your forehead, you can. With your forehead to your hands rather, and just relax over using your body weight. And just breathing into that, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Great. And just, again, bringing yourself up. If you can, tuck the toes of that left foot. It means you can just step back into a kind of plank position for a moment, and then bring the left foot forward. We'll do the whole sequence on the other side. Or just maneuvering your way with that other leg. So we're going to bring the left foot up, take both hands on the inside of the foot, really lengthen back the right leg, put a cushion under that right knee if you need to. You're going to place the weight on the right hand, and then extend the left arm up into a sort of twist. Again, you should feel a kind of a little bit more in that right hip. Keep breathing. Bringing that hand down, and then again slowly sitting back into stretching out that left leg. You're either staying up on that knee or sitting back on your heel. And bringing your forehead towards that left leg. If you can, try and press those toes towards the ceiling. And then let's go for the pigeon on that. So again, just going to bring your weight forward, tuck that left foot under. You're folding it, extending that right leg behind. Again, finding this position that works for you. You'll probably notice that you're leaning quite heavy on the left side. That's fine. You're just trying to encourage that right hip to go towards the floor. And then whenever you're ready, just relaxing your weight over, using your hands to your elbows as you need to. And you're just going to use your body weight. Bringing the forehead towards the hands if you can. And you're just going to again relax and breathe into that hip. Keep breathing. You're doing great. And then just sitting up again for a moment. Nice. And then let's just take the legs just a little bit wider out in front of us. So again, when I say wide, I mean as wide as possible for you. So you want to make sure that your legs are long and the knees on the floor. If they're not, bring them in a little bit. And we're just going to take our weight forward. So just going to open these hips. You're going to try and keep those knees rotating behind you. Don't let them flop forward. So you're working to try and keep them behind. Lengthening the legs. You've got choices to either lift the heels up or point, kind of whatever works for you. Whatever you feel like you'll get the most out of from this. And you're just bringing your weight forward. Maybe you only up here, and that's fine. You're just thinking about, with each out breath, maybe creeping the hands a little bit. Really engage the legs, experiment a little bit, engage the glutes, try lifting the heels up. Make sure you keep breathing. Just finding a position where you feel like, okay, I can stay here for a moment. Use that breath. Use your body weight. Great. Bring yourself up. We're just going to do a nice little twist. So I'm just going to stack the knees on top of another. We're going to do, I'll mirror you. So let's stack the right knee on top of the left, or as near as you can. So don't worry if you can't get your knees one on top of the other, that's fine. It's just about sort of seeing if you can stack. If that feels too much pinching on the knees, just take the right leg in front of the left and just do sort of cross leg. And just for a moment, we're going to lean into that posture. So just taking your weight forward. Again, just sort of getting into the tops of those legs. Using your hands or your elbows, wherever you can get. Allowing the head to relax. And again, just using your body weight. Using those hands. This posture might be up here for you. But just allow that head to relax. And just breathing into all those tight areas. And bring yourself up, taking the right hand behind you, and then the left arm coming up and over. Just going to take a twist towards the right. So you inhale, lengthening the spine. It's a gentle twist, and exhale, twisting. Try not to let the head lead, but keep that head in line with the chest. Release that, and let's just go on the other side. So you're stacking the left leg on top of the right, or if that's again too much, just taking that left leg in front of the right leg. Finding your position, and then just taking that weight over. Again, using those hands as you need to, and then just finding how you can relax that head. And use your body weight. Use gravity to assist. Again, breathing into those tight areas. And just feeling them loosen up with each out breath. Great. And bringing yourself up. Let's take that twist to the left. So taking the left hand behind you and the right hand's coming up and over. Again, even if you're in the cross leg, just taking it over that right leg. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, gentle twist. Again, don't let your head lead. Keep your head in line with the chest. Beautiful. Releasing that twist. Bring yourself down on your back. So keeping your knees in the air, your feet nice and flat, neck nice and long, palms facing the floor, chin tucked in towards your chest. We'll just do a little bridge. Just lifting the hips up off the floor, making them as high as they can go, pressing the feet into the floor. And raise them a little bit more, squeeze the glutes. Bring that belly in towards the spine. Great. And then just allowing that spine to go down, the hips to drop. And we're just going to go again, raising those hips up, pressing the feet in the floor. If you want to take your hands underneath, you can, your back, or if you want to clasp the hands together, interlace the fingers. We're raising those hips a little bit higher. Releasing the hands and relax. Bring those knees down. And then just bring those knees in towards the chest. We're just going to take a little twist from one side or the other. So you can either just take the legs over to the left, or if you want to intensify this, the twist, do a little eagle pose legs by stacking the right over the left and then taking them over to the left side. Bringing that gaze to the right. And just imagining that that right shoulder is sinking into the floor, even if it feels like it's nowhere near. And coming out of that twist, then take it over to the other side, so taking the legs over to the right, or just crossing the left leg over the right for a little twist, a little bind, and taking that gaze towards the left. Again, imagining that the left shoulder is sinking towards the floor. Breathing into that lower back. And bringing the knees back into the chest and rattling the bind if you're in it. And just squeeze everything together in a tiny little ball. Bringing the knees together, the heels together, chin in towards the knees. And squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then release. And just allow yourself now to be supported by the floor in your Shavasana, your corpse pose. So just now let everything go. your hips, arms, shoulders, your glutes, your belly. Just let it relax and soften. Allow yourself to be completely supported by the floor. You've had a really good old stretch this morning, so well done. And I have a little quote this morning from Swami Pranabad. Unity is an intellectual concept. On an emotional level, unity is serenity, equality, and equilibrium. And when you're ready, start to bring some awareness back into your body. And give the fingers and the toes a little wriggle. And if you want, take your hands above your head. Just give yourself a nice stretch. And then just taking yourself over to one side. Keeping your eyes closed, just take your time bringing yourself up to a nice, comfortable seated position. And just keeping the eyes closed. Let's together inhale, take our arms up towards the ceiling. Bring the palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And again, inhaling, taking the arms up, palms together, exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And one more time, nice and gently, inhaling, exhaling, allow those hands to rest at your heart center. And we'll close that class on 3 Oms, followed by Shanti. And you can join in the mantra or just listen, inhaling through the nose. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you. Thanks for joining me this morning. We do have meditation as well in a moment, so if you want to stay around, you can hang on in for some meditation. It'll be about 10 minutes long, so we'll be back in a couple of moments with that. If you are able to donate for this morning's session, you can do that via the website, which is www.yogawithmariagray.com, and you've got to click on the donate button. Thank you again to everyone that's continued to contribute, keeping the classes going, so thanks. In the meantime, if I don't see you for meditation, we do have yoga tomorrow at 11. I wish you a beautiful weekend. Take care. Thank you. Namaste. Hello and welcome to Meditation with Maria. Welcome back, and welcome if you are just joining us for this little meditation session. Hopefully setting you up for the day, for the weekend. Just giving ourselves those moments of stillness, which are really, really important. We kind of often ignore that. We think we should be doing, and yeah, we can kind of get carried away with doing too much. And actually the things that help us recover, the things that help boost our health and our immune system is actually by finding those moments of stillness. Even if you only do it for 5 minutes or 2 minutes, you haven't got to sit there for an hour and try and relax into a meditation. That's quite difficult. But just finding small moments in your day where you can just appreciate a bit of stillness in your perhaps otherwise chaotic life. So as always, I like to with meditation, you don't have to sit cross-legged. You have to find a position that's comfortable for you. So, have your legs out in front of you. If you prefer to lay down straight away, you can. We're going to do a little bit of facial stuff and eye exercises to begin with, and then we'll do a bit of a guided meditation. So just find yourself in a comfortable position, and we're just going to do some sort of face stretching. Might seem a bit silly, but hey, it's good to be silly. Allow those shoulders to relax, and you're just going to make your face as big as possible. Really opening the mouth, opening the eyes. Nice big face. Stretching out those lips. And then really tight face, really squeezing everything together. First your lips, squeeze the eyes, and again, really big. Take the tongue out. And then again, really squeeze the face, scrunch it right up. And then have a little play around. So kind of see if you can take your nose from one side to the other. You're kind of stretching out the side of your nose. Try and scrunch your nose up and down. And then focus a little bit on the mouth. So kind of just see what directions you can pull your lips in. We're just basically keeping that blood flowing through the face. Improving the elasticity of the skin, which keeps us looking healthy and young. And then just take that into the eyebrows rather. Again, just seeing if you can raise one eyebrow and the other. Maybe try some little waves. And again, try and include the tongue a little bit more. You can stick the tongue right out. Take the tongue from side to side. Little circles with the tongue. And the other way. You can take the tip of the tongue behind the teeth. And then stick the tongue out. You're really stretching the back of that tongue. And then just kind of imagine that you're cleaning your teeth. You're trying to get bits out your teeth. You're really taking that tongue on a little journey all the way through your mouth, around the teeth. Great. And just bringing that to a stillness. And let's just take the eyes as a bit of a focus. So just taking the gaze towards the ceiling. So we're just focusing on the eyes, so we're not moving the head. And then take the gaze down towards the floor, up to the ceiling. And just take that on your own time, just taking the eyes up and down. And then just give yourself a few blinks. Rest the eyes for a second. And then let's take the gaze to the right and then all the way around to the left. And again, take that on your own time, just taking those eyes to the right and to the left. Again, give yourself a few blinks, rest them for a second. And then let's take some really big circles with the eyes. You're really giving them a workout. You're improving the strength of the retina, keeping them nice and healthy. And then take the rolling in the opposite direction. Nice big circles. And give yourself a few blinks. Take a rest for a second. And then just an eyeball freestyle. So maybe take the gaze into the, so you kind of go cross-eyed towards the third eye. And you can just take them in different directions. And give yourself a few blinks. You want to take the fingertips just over the eyes, just give them a little rest for a second. If you want to just give the top of the eyebrows a little rub, a little massage, that feels nice, or underneath the eyes, just opening up the sinuses, giving yourself a little mini facelift. And then when you're ready, just relax in the hands. You can stay seated, or you can take yourself down onto your back. Lay down, be supported by the floor, or if you're sitting up, be supported by the floor from your legs. Allow the shoulders to relax. And today's guided meditation is all about your positive inner dialogue. So just finding yourself in your comfortable position. Start to bring your focus onto your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. That inner dialogue. That sometimes constant chatter in your mind, the questioning, doubting voice, making comment about your every move. It can be very challenging to quiet this voice and to direct it into a positive channel. The important thing is to know that you can. And you will find a way that allows positive thoughts to shine through. Your thoughts are powerful. Allow that breath to continue to flow in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. Feel your breath becoming lighter, quieter. With each in-breath, feel your body becoming lighter, more relaxed. Imagine an image of yourself, as if looking at yourself through a mirror. Focus for a moment on something that you are perhaps unhappy about. Maybe a physical characteristic, something you've always wanted to change, or a behavior, the way you might be in certain situations, emotions that flare up. What is it that you don't like? How does this make you feel? Now focus on something that you love about yourself. Again, perhaps it's a physical characteristic that you're really proud of, or a way that you behave that makes you feel good about yourself. And as you're focusing on this, how does it make you feel? Smile at the image of yourself with all of its imperfections, all of its beauty, all of its individuality. In your head, say to your unique self, I am beautiful. I am strong. I am loving. I am me. Focus again for a moment on the things you don't like about yourself. Say to your unique self, I am beautiful. I am strong. I am loving. I am me. See again the full image of yourself. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Absorb your image. Let it become a part of you. See yourself from the inside out. See your heart. See the wonderful light which shines from within you. Say again to your unique self, I am beautiful. I am strong. I am loving. I am me. to bring some awareness back into your body. Whenever you hear the voice in your mind criticizing how you look, judging and doubting, and filling you with negative thoughts, try closing your eyes or looking at yourself through the mirror and say to your unique self, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am loving, I am me. And if you want, you can open your eyes, or you can stay where you are and enjoy a few more minutes of relaxation. Thank you for joining me this morning. If you are able to donate for this session, you can do that via the website www.yogawithmariagray.com. I wish you a pleasant afternoon. Thank you so much. Namaste.